Today, we began the section on joyous perseverance, which literally means delighting in doing virtue. Rinpoche showed us, along with Lama Tsongkhapa, how all the collections of merit and exalted wisdom are accumulated through effort. Disco, not this Kasong, not California, Chinson, Kasong Lepson. Los Angeles, Chinson. Okay, well, which page are we on?
178, number 3.
Sumba. Okay. Jipja Nishu Sanyi Sumba Chula Ngepa Semba.
Sumba Chula Ngepa Jebala Nabi Yun Jet, Chula Ngepa, Dunga Juba, Chula Ngepa, and Najila Chamia was about what Zuba Sunga Drava, that Chula Ngepa Juba thing, but Chula Ngepa Zuba Jibula Jet Yun Jet, Jignan Dam Tayu said Marba.
So everyone, we're on page 178, and if you look at, it says number 3, developing the patience of certitude about the teachings. And it says, the patience of certitude about the teachings means generating the forbearance of conviction. It has 8 objects, and then the first object is the object of faith. So this is the third category. So we've already gone through the first 2, developing the patience of suffering and developing the patience, I believe, of sentient beings. Let me double check that. So we've gone, there are the 3 categories, and we've gone through the first 2. Let me double check that. I think it's correct. Oh, I'm glad I checked. Developing the patience of disregarding harm done to you, developing the patience of accepting suffering, and then developing patience of certitude about the teachings. So now that's where we've arrived at, developing patience of the certitude about the teachings. So Rinpoche just read that first little part I read and then said to tell everybody where we were. So.
Maybe you Jig and Tamud shows and Tamud, conscious on you and then was conscious on you and then what do Santa, what the Jig and Tamud is, conscious on you and then, and Saji conscious and then, Chu conscious and then, the new conscious and then, and the Sergeant Taji Chemba. Not you and Chu conscious that the Toma and Shiggy go down the Lanta to Mariba. Then again, you can do it. Tolan and Papa to
Tolampa.
What is
Lesser. Okay. So the first category, the object of faith, this is the good qualities of the 3 jewels, or the excellent qualities of the 3 jewels. What are these excellent qualities that the 3 jewels possess? The Buddha possesses omniscience. The Dharma is referring to the path, the realization of the path where it begins at the path of seeing, the path of meditation, and the path of no more learning. So that is what the Dharma is, those pathways. And then the Sangha refers to those beings who have reached the stage of the path of seeing or beyond. So the Sangha jewel are beings who have reached the path of seeing. The Dharma jewel is the actual pathway of the path of seeing and beyond, so seeing, meditation, no more learning, and then the Buddha jewel, the excellent quality of omniscience. Decent.
Dame with the Konani, Tombani Zero,
That's
don't need to be shared on that, nobody in Google, Tombani to Debbie Yune, Sanji Dan, Shanju Sambanaji, to Chenmo Des, 나 사제 장주 삼바들 내가 치고요. 또 치고데 대한 응업을 제비 토당. 나 사제를 뭐시요. 응업을 제비 토당. 파르신 뭐 조기 토당 신주. 현재 제비 토송모 갈래 줄 말아.
Okay, so number 2, the object to be actualized. This is the reality of the two selflessnesses. So this is referring to the selflessness of person and selflessness of phenomena. So this is what the two selflessnesses refer to. So it's the selflessness of the I, the selflessness of phenomena, the wisdom realizing emptiness. So this is what number 2 is referring to. The object to be actualized is the wisdom realizing emptiness, the reality of the two selflessnesses. Number 3, the desired object. This is the great powers of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, of which there are 3. The power of the super knowledges, the power of the 6 perfections, and the power which is innate or natural. So these are, this is number 3. Sumbatsar.
Yeah. Sumba
Loson.
Yeah, that jiba landu ju de marbe. Landu ju ne leba sheba da, neba shebi ju da. Ane tada ki jebun deba de. Ne deba de. De ni su shawo sa. Jig no ni jangka jang gure se da. Landu ji ne, lanja se na, nyomo bat shi jiba de su pongja rwa. Ane 가서고 하바송다 라라 소바도 냐소 라자 말이야 냐소 라자 네 봄비엔 때다 도비엔 때가 냐소 람바샤유 레바시바나 레시드 녀시 다마고 주드 녀시제 도와주 레시인지로 녀시다 레시 레바시 주다 대다근 저분 되바다 대다근 저분 되바 다다근 저분 되바는 뭔데바 레시근 저분 개인 저분 되완 되거로다 녀시근 저분 네 동행된 되고 말거다 되바는 뭔데바 내 니스 당고레스 지그난.
Okay, so number 4, the object to be adopted. So this is wanting both the causes, good deeds, and the effect of these deeds. So here this is looking at 2 things, what the cause of good deeds is, and then what the effect of good deeds are. Cause of good deeds are, and the effect of good deeds are. So when we look at what we are trying to abandon, one is abandoning a pathway that gets, one is engaging in a pathway which abandons the obstructions to omniscience and the afflictive obstructions. This is in order to achieve the ultimate goal. But when we look at good deeds, the effect of deeds, virtuous deeds cause happiness, non-virtuous deeds cause suffering. So when we look at it in a general way, we could look at the 10 non-virtues. So the 10 non-virtuous deeds lead to suffering. So the effect of those deeds is suffering. The 10 virtuous deeds lead to happiness. So the effect of the 10 virtuous deeds is happiness. So if one wants happiness, people want happiness, people don't want to have suffering. So it's necessary to look for what the cause of both of those are, abandon what causes the suffering, and take on that which causes happiness. This is what is to be adopted, those things which cause happiness, those things which ultimately lead to liberation and the abandonment of the 2 types of obstructions, afflictive and those which obstruct omniscience. So that is number 4. Dene? Less so. That's go Rinpoche. The ngapa Ngatsu.
나바도 공비 유들어
The Gombiyu. Okay.
공비 유네 공비 유 조서나 네 도저히 상주 네도 상주
Kensa.
라제 상주 테바 쳔비 상주 네도 상주서나
네.
네도 다좀비 네 봉바다 랑도스 상주로 그러와 라제 상주서나 라제 다좀비 네 랑다 봉바도스 라제 상주 테바 쳔비 상주서나 상제지 봉비에다도 두비에다도 테바 쳔비 상주 도저히 상주 danse 다또 비타 상주 도스 네트 상주 라제 상주 태제 상주 또 비타요로다 네트 질랑 라제 질랑 태제 질랑도 공부로 말바 토랑 질랑 토랑 공랑바도 공부로 달라테네 네 상주도 공부로다
Less.
토랑 질랑 토랑 공랑도 타로다 상주도 비타 상주도 비타인데 상주도 비주 인베셔서 어떤 얘기래
Okay, so number 4 and 5 are somewhat combined. They must be. So 5, the object to be discarded, as just explained, non-virtuous deeds are to be discarded. Rinpoche combined the two, explaining virtue and non-virtue, virtue leading to happiness, non-virtue leading to suffering. I believe I covered all of those in what I just explained. So I'll move on. So I believe those are within this sentence. So then the object of meditation, that is the goal to be achieved, this is enlightenment. So this is referring to complete enlightenment. And then number 7, the object of meditation, that is the method for achieving the goal. So what is the goal? The goal is enlightenment. How does one achieve the goal? This is training in the 5 paths: the path of accumulation, the path of preparation, the path of seeing, the path of meditation, and the path of no more learning. So if this is all the paths of training in the spirit of enlightenment. So these are the pathways. If we're looking at the spirit of enlightenment, we're speaking of the 5 Mahayana pathways, and those are the same names. They're just Mahayana versions of those pathways of accumulation, preparation, seeing, meditation, and no more learning. So this is what causes Buddhahood. Okay, Diksan. Jepa.
제바로와 최선지위네
Ngay tsapa ngap jipa da ngapa nyamdu the gewa da megewa the jipa da ngapa then drupa the gom dunba the
최선지 제수 주비 최선지 제수 주비 말해봐 최선지 제수 주 타마들에 최선지 제수 주비네 시지유데 마타발라 소바스
less
시지유데 마타발라 소바
the data
줄롱베제도 시유데 아니 투상지 제수 주비유데 네 시유 네 동안대바 근주대바 고대 랑데 네 동안대바 나바제 고대지 나바제 랑데지 나바제 대지면서 주주
juju okay tuju
대지면서 주주도 시유데스 또 시우고래 송된사래 시유데 마타발라 소바스 마타동아 동다메 마타발라 소발라 드롬비 가담비 게신 드롬비 제토스 시야유 마타 주를 노데 시야유데 들리자고레스 드롬비 송도스
the province of what is to be known non-tibet sangila Jepa Rinpoche, the Jepa Mingare, the Tusangi Jesu Drupiyu?
최선 제수 주비
Tusan Jesu Drupiyu. Okay.
퇴버서 안줄 거야로
Anjego.
상 알로 안줄 거는 상당
Sanlo.
최선지 제수 주비네 대지마다 주주들이 대지마다
Okay,
너무
Tuche.
예년에 투 안들 상당 고레스 최선 네 시제유데 마타발로 소바 대지마다 주주로 소바
Less.
시제유데 자고레스 가담베 그이신 드롬베 제근도 손도스 드롬베 제도
Okay, so Number 8, the object of subsequent practice through study and reflection, or through listening and reflection. According to Drlampa, Drlampa is a Kadampa master, an old Kadampa master. This refers to the province of what is to be known. So it refers to the something like object of comprehension. Objects of comprehension, such as this province to be known. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what it means, but in looking at the Tibetan, it's really just like the object of knowledge, objects of knowledge, such as impermanence. And what this is referring to implicitly is the Four Noble Truths. And so when we look at the truth of suffering, the truth of origin, the truth of cessation, and the truth of path, each one of those truths has 4 aspects. So then we come up with the 4 aspects of the truth of suffering, the 4 aspects of the truth of origin, the 4 aspects of the truth of cessation, and the 4 aspects of the truth of path. And then these make for the 16 attributes of the Four Noble Truths. And these 16 attributes are what is to be known. So this is what this is referring to when it says impermanence and so forth. It's speaking of the attributes or of the Four Noble Truths. Impermanence being the first among those 16 attributes. So that's that. Then
toji lo ne sonra yola juni la sobe tambi chu jeba sombe tejin to shagwezon chamos ne toji lo ne sonra yola juni le ne xie yu de sonra yola juni sheba je ures sondos son도 나 준이 가정 어디 진짜로 도대 양이 lon단데 세지지 도바주 대단 정말 연락 준이는 가서 어디 가정 어디 남아들 진짜다
맞아
son도 연락 준이 도대데 양이 될 lon단비 될어서 봐 son도 연락 준이 세제 위도 어디 야고레스 소비 줄라 제바 손베 대신 샤고선 한 모지를 뭐지 시제 위도 되자고 만들어서 제르미지 툴 공고도스 고선 혐오
Let's go. Which chapter is this? Let's go. Okay, so I was just trying to find something. I have it in Sanskrit, but I was trying to find something. We did it last week, so Rinpoche, as he said, it's on the tape. But I wanted to find it. It's okay. Oh, here we go.
도대 양이 lon단데 세제 주주 도바주 도대데 양이 비데 어디 손으로 연락 준이도 어디 자요로
Lesser. Okay, so I'm just gonna okay, so now we've arrived. It says the power lineage chapter of the Bodhisattva levels means that the 8th is the sublime teaching, the 12 branches of scripture and so forth. I think you have to take it as being this. This is referring to the various divisions of scripture, which I'm going to have to give you in Sanskrit just for now, and then I'll find it in a little bit. It's going to take me a minute, and I just know that I was going to find it, and I forgot to bring this with me to California. Okay, so the divisions of it are the Sutra, the Gaya, the Vyakarana, the Gata, the Udana, Nidana, Avidana, Ita Vitaka, Jataka, Vayupulya, Abdudharma, and Apadesa. So these are the various divisions of Scripture, the 12 divisions of Scripture. And we do it in English last week on the tape, if anyone wants to look it up. And I'm also sure, unless it divides it into Sanskrit and this as well, you would be able to find it probably in English here. I'm just not able to find it now. So that's it. So those are the 12 divisions of Scripture in Sanskrit. And then if I just happen to find it when in this process, I'll read it. I'll put it in. Okay, Diksung Rinpoche. Did Lobsang. So these are what we would, when we divide these 12, we're speaking of the 12 divisions of the Buddha's speech. So the Buddha's speech we would find in the pronouncements of Lord Buddha. This Sanjay Ka Kangjer. Okay, so if it is the 12, I'm sorry, if it is the 12 aspects of the teaching, or the 12 branches of Scripture, it is necessarily the Buddha's speech. So we see that those branches are how you divide all of the Buddha's speech up. After insight. Diksa.
Da maybe you will have no more. Maybe soonness, Tadas, Sora Yola Junior Tadas over Sora Yola Junior Tadas, Tara Yimbala, Nabanyene, Matumba Mamba, Zinji, Yada to Sambos, Nasura Yola Junior to say, I bring Nabaje, and the Matumba Mamba, Zinji, Yana to the Sandan Hores, Sora Yola Junior. Sambos, what it may be, these are what are.
Okay, so number 4, I'm sorry. The way to have conviction is to become certain about these objects just as they are, and then to think about them again and again, apprehending them without conflict. So reading this over and over again, or meditating upon it, is what will lead to the understanding of it. So that's what the point is. Diksung.
Maybe to the just a Himalaya, Nebanian and Matumba Maba, Zijan Adam, Sono Lajini, the Yana of the Santan Hores, Yana of the Sambos.
Less so. So to study this over and over again. Nene?
That don't let Chula Nese, don't let the Chula Nese, Jisen, don't let Zuba J. Chula Nese Zuba de la J or Jisen, Chancel son boss, Papa to make Chancel son dos, Chancel son bar, and James in the Sequoia Yins. Chancel son ba Cuba de Cheba de Chula, Nansen de Jebashina, Chula Nansen de Jebashina, Nansen de Jeba, what the Chancel Chula Nansen was over the Shedag Jebadus, Jebanongo.
In accordance with the passages in the Bodhisattva levels, I have set forth the set of 8 bases with respect to the patience of accepting suffering and 8 objects with respect to the patience of certitude about the teachings. In particular, there is extensive coverage there of the patience of certitude about the teachings. Diksong.
Tada drubi tse cheta shawana, tada drubi tse cheta shawana, zoba kaa rungwa shi druba naa, tangpa druden tang, pashin zhu changwa shi ne druba de, yin zoba la ngwa pa la, zobi yinba la sube, matu yinba la suba, yinba yinba, matu ba, kanshiban rawos, ta dengan tang len chula nga se zoba jisen ni chudu. Jisen ni ne, shansa le somba kwe ba des, shansa le somba tse desu kwe ba yin si jen maji. Cheba tu chula nga sen de, shansa le jeba shidan dos, shansa le jeba nangos. Tada shansa wa tene onde no yosa, te shansa.
Lessa.
Jeba nangosa.
Then it's Kangatsa.
Tada drubi tse cheta shawa ne, zoba kaa rungwa shi dru nang, dunga tangla zoba, chula nga sen zoba, watene zoba kaa shi dru nang, tangpa druden tang, pashin druden changwa, druba de, yin zoba la, goba la zobi, yinba, matuba khanshiba ndrawos. Zoba kaa rung dru nang, tangpa druden, yinba tangpa dee tse ne karsa wure. Yinba tangpa,
Mei Jenda Nyaman.
yinba tsutin tangpa, zoba tangpa, yinba tsutin, zoba tsundu tangpa, tinganzi tangpa, shero tangpa, wadanda yagures, zhu dans, pashin zhu changwa, shina zhu des, ta yinba tangpa dee tse, yinbi pashin, zobi pashin, tsundu ju pashin, santen ju pashin, shero ju pashin, wadanda yagures, zhungde zamara.
Ale. Okay. Zubi Shir. Oh, Parshin, perfection. Ale. Okay. How to practice is D. When practicing any kind of patience, you practice it in let me back up. In accordance with the passages in the Bodhisattva levels, I have set forth the 8 bases. I have set forth the set of 8 bases with respect to the patience of accepting suffering and 8 objects with respect to patience of certitude about the teachings. In particular, there is extensive coverage there of the patience of certitude about the teachings. And then how to practice. When practicing any kind of patience, you practice it in association with the 6 supremacies and all the 6 perfections. These are the same as the earlier explanation, except the generosity of patience means to establish others in patience. So we look at the 6 perfections, or the 6 gone to the other sides of, and we have the gone to the other side of generosity and ethics and patience and effort and concentration and wisdom. So we have those, meaning going to the other side, from imperfect to perfect. When they say to the other shore, literally this prajnaparamita means gone to the other side. We've chosen to use the word perfection, but if you translate it literally, it's kind of like this idea of going to the other shore, the other side of the shore, and from imperfect to perfect, from unenlightened to enlightened. So that's what this gone to the other side means. So these are the 6 perfections, and we still have to look up the 6 supremacies. I will do that. We haven't done that yet. If anybody's thinking to ask.
다 파신 저대 파신라 주의 바로 되신 바다 레베 바로 되신 바스 파신서 대전을만도 되면 파신 자가 말해 네 대전 통랑 공랑 몰로랑 어떻든데야 파신 자가래 주의 바로 되신 바스나 대전 통랑 공랑 주의 바로 되신 바 사지 고분도 비교로 와 근데 사지가 도주지 몸비에 대한 재비에 대해서도 레베 바로 되신 바스 주의 바로 되신 바다 레베 바로 되신 바
The Solon Depi Partition? The
Tibetan
Okay, Melula. The name Melulan Depi Partishimba?
Depi.
Okay. So when we look at perfection, there are 2 categories. There's causal perfection and resultant perfection. So we divide causal perfection into all of those practices. So when we look at these perfections, we don't have them in the lesser vehicle. These are exclusive to the great vehicle, to the Mahayana. So when we're speaking of these perfections, this is Mahayana. And so then when we're speaking of pathways, we're specifically speaking of the Mahayana pathways. The causal perfection refers to those pathways of the path of accumulation, the path of preparation, the path of seeing, and the path of meditation. So once one achieves Buddhahood, it reaches the path of no more learning, at that point he or she has resultant perfection. So causal perfection are those practices of the perfection, familiarization with the perfection, up to the line of demarcation between imperfect and perfect. And the line of demarcation for the Mahayana is Buddhahood, between perfect and imperfect, complete perfection. This is what it's referring to, and the path of no more learning is that perfection. Dixon.
당아바 대다가 된뒤 봐도 말이야.
Do she.
야. 아바 대다가 된뒤 안에서 쉐비된 생지 제수 전신 공부하면서 쉐비된 생지 sentient tantric 사주고 도바 샤오냐비 생제의 쉐비된데스 생제의 바이나 안 대바점이 토랑졸랑 몰로 시루도 걸로 사주고 모두 준도 거로 생제면나 아니 예말아서부터 좀 사주고 모두 준도 말어 대해서 생제의 쉐비된데스 쉐비된 생제 제수 대신 생제 제수 대신 공부는 사실 지수전시 공부는 최단지 네 세바세비 저발라 고반데비 자와인비 대제피도 땅에 사춘비 저반나장 현비 유두시네 용화당 레담부 유제비 사자나 민셰바시네 최진도 달라로바다 저게시비 상련되나 시주발라 좀 고지스 대단히 지세요 완도나 카나마투 마토와 전부터매 준도 그번 유신 저와신도 네 상선지 쉬어봐 매도 중앙 나라 냐수 렘바 치신도 가완줄라 라제네 담바 때네 네바 다다네 도진 찐네바 나라 삼바자나 산진기 슈바 레송바다르 세총은 등에 총은 저버 파신도바 셰바이 노사 등에 달랑 저바 등에 추중을 등에 달랑 저바 공투바이나 등에 침벌에 등에 달랑 저바데 릴하고 용거를 송된서
That's so. Okay. So now we've at number 5. So just going back, I can give you those in English now if you want to. Anyone's writing those 12 categories down. Sutras, melodious praises, prophetic teachings, verses, specific instructions, advice from specific experiences, expressions of realization, legends, birth tales, extensive teachings, established doctrine, and instructions. So those are the 12. It's on page 109 in the Dalai Lama's Stages of Meditation book, not in Sanskrit. Another volume, you'll find it. It just has everything in Sanskrit that can be found in Sanskrit, which just doesn't help. So now 5 summary. The collection and the recollection and cultivation of the spirit of enlightenment, the basis of the Bodhisattva deeds, is the root of the wish to establish all beings in a patience wherein they have extinguished the contaminations. After you steadily increase this spirit, aspire to practice the patience of those at high levels and then train your mind in it. Distinguish the trainings for the patience of a beginning bodhisattva and then learn these properly. If you transgress the boundaries as explained, you must make an effort to amend this. If you neglect these transgressions at the time of practicing these trainings, you will be continually tainted by many great misdeeds. And even in future lifetimes, your practice of the marvelous deeds of the bodhisattva will be extremely difficult. Seeing that the essentials of the path are supreme, practice right now what you can, and inculcate the intention to practice even those you now cannot. If you can do this, then as the questions of Sabahu Sutra says, you will bring the perfection of patience to completion with little difficulty and minor suffering. So as the more and more you practice, the easier it will become to bring yourself to the completion, meaning the perfection of all of these different types of deeds. And it says the recollection and cultivation of the spirit of enlightenment, the basis of the Bodhisattva deeds. So recalling again and again, may I become a Buddha for the sake of sentient beings. So that's the purpose of one's path. The purpose of one's practice is to become enlightened for the sake of sentient beings, to bring them to a state of enlightenment. Digsung Rinpoche. So our mind, it's very beneficial that our mind thinks, may I become a Buddha for the sake of all sentient beings. Bless. Tsering. The Shiluka Kabira, the Gola Tama.
Gangi shimi danya sanji shina mi gangi rishen tak mi gangi jiden gong la piwa yi gangi tama jashi de shanshu duna san du na choban dana cheba pa dala tanda ma chi sos. Piwa gangi shimi danya bi ne shin du su ka lo rinpoche la supa du su ka ne sanji la supa du su li pibi suyo na le senshen tanji ki dana sanji gong tuwa sha wu nya bi senshen gong wa yi na suyo na de che gres ne 상주도는 산주나 초반은 제바바 달라 타는 마치 소스 어디 라르도 가도
네 참파 나 라서 주치 just nge data ju dene semchen tamche la jp de yomare
dene seje taje la
de jampi sem
sem tani saje sena me ga gre je da go jiden de la jiden go la po wa ka ge tama ja shi de 상주도 ne san du na choban de chobas
the jupora the hua
강리 심해서 사지시나 메고 들만도.
My brain's a little Sem Kalikasa.
Yeah.
Okay, Kongyo Mepachi. Gangi. Okay.
초강가로 초강게 올 샤마가제 장카 메버로 심이 강게 심이 장카더냐비 사지기 신도도 맞지게 되시면 럼비라서 간네
27.
사지라서 표비인 표와이나 네 소노 쳐버로 네 소노 텔레는 신제 타지기도 사지고 투버 샤오냐 샤주 생공게나 소노 대체 그래서 탐을야제도 강 샤주도는 산도나 초반에는 제봐봐 잘라타는 마치소스 어디 샤주 생공한테 편집을 인사로 와
Gangi Temo Jogi De Shanchu De Sem Jikten. This is 25, right, Rinpoche? The Nishu Sangha, 25? The number, Gare. 25? Oh, 15. Okay. Okay, so that one. I'm sorry, I'm a little foggy from just getting back from my trip. I'm so tired right now. Okay, so we find the sutra requested by Viradatta, a quote. I just want to double check something. I don't think that's right, but that's okay. Okay, so it starts here then. Fully explains the merit therein. So the sutra requested by Viradatta fully explains the merit therein. At this point in summary, I will cite just 3 verses. If it possessed physical form, the merit of the altruistic intention would completely fill the whole of space and exceed even that. If someone were to fill with jewels as many Buddha fields as there are grains of sand in the Ganges to offer to the protector of the world, this would be surpassed by the gift of folding one's hands and inclining one's mind to enlightenment, for such is limitless. So here, these 3 stanzas, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't know that one. These 3 stanzas are showing the excellent qualities of the mind that aspires to enlightenment, of the idea of wishing to become a Buddha for the sake of all sentient beings, wishing to bring all sentient beings to a state of enlightenment. So here it's showing these excellent qualities. The tu Chenrezig, Gongyo Mepachi, Sem the Sheda Kalasam.
Yeah.
So now we've arrived at effort. Okay, so we have, now we move on to how to train in joyous perseverance. And there are 5 categories here. What joyous perseverance is, how to begin the practice of joyous perseverance, the divisions of joyous perseverance, how to practice, and a summary. So these are the 5 categories of joyous perseverance. And I just want to once again just rejoice in the work that Chenzin's doing with the Kangjer and Tanjir by making the catalog of all of it, because it's very helpful, and now any of us can retrieve Rinpoche's texts, and he's already pulled texts that are related to the book right here. So we're going to really be benefited. So I just want to mention on tape, and thank Chenzin for doing the cataloging, creating a kachag for our Kangjer and Tanjor. Okay. So those are the 5 categories. Dikson.
Miba Gawala Mine, Naba draw this, John Hong Gula draw was, and the Geshe Lharampa sent in the Jilla Jundu Logres, Jundu. Miba Gawala Mine, Naba draw this, what the Jundu is, Kungabaidasana, Jundu less, John Hong Gula draw was, Jundu Kam, and the Geshe Lharampa draw, 3 Sangela, Jundu Logres. 最西巴些了，针对是的，针对做我写作。
Okay, so now among the 5 categories, we begin obviously with number 1, what joyous perseverance is. When you have focused upon something virtuous, joyous perseverance is enthusiasm for it. Engaging in the Bodhisattva deed says, what is joyous perseverance? It is delight in virtue. Diesel.
Then Larry didn't enter Mali Jundu Jili, so no Ludu to the Niji, Jundu Contum and the Okasa. Eden Mali Jundu Jili, so no Ludu to the Niji Jo, Jundu Contum, Bajuba, Umajuba. Umajuba, Eden Mali Jundu Jili, Eden to be Eden down. Pompi Eden Karachina, Jundu Deburis, Jundu Jason Dores, Eden Mali Jundu Jili. So no to the Shik to Judas, so no Ludu to the Niji Jo. Jundu Kanduba, Jaba, Sadijiba in the 12 Sajaba. Umajuba Sajaba to him, but
Umajuba Kermaso. Ah!
don't do it.
The Dunder. Anybody have entrance to the middle way with him for some crazy reason? No. I don't know where mine is. No, right? The Dudishe, the Anjasur Nang Rimchi Gonga Mepichi, Nga the Lamrim Dudinure, Yining Umajuba Kermaso. The Yure, the Dixon Ngehako Zunju. Okay. So Rinpoche said to, Rinpoche quoted the 4th chapter of the Madhyamika Avatar. It's quite short. You'll be able to go home and look at it if you have it. So you'll find, and what it is going to have is, I don't want to just spend time trying to figure it out because it's from the Tenjur, so it's hard to translate. So just look 4th chapter, and it'll be effort in there. So Rinpoche said instead of that to read the effort section of the Lamrim Duden, which is Lama Tsongkhapa's abbreviated stages of the path. So that's what I'm going to do. Once you wear the armor of resolute and irreversible enthusiastic perseverance, your expertise in scriptures and insights will increase like the waxing moon. You will make all your actions meaningful for attaining enlightenment, and you will bring whatever you undertake to its intended conclusion. Knowing this, the Bodhisattvas have exerted great waves of joyous effort. Washing away all laziness, I, the yogi, have practiced just that. If you would also seek liberation, please cultivate yourself in the same way. So all of the practices that allow one to gain merit and achieve the collection of exalted wisdom and the collection of merit are all brought about by effort, by joyous perseverance. So if we're looking to what is a cooperating condition for their arisals, we'll see it's this joyous perseverance. Digsung Rinpoche.
Ta chance, Shunju le Zhonghao Gila Zhuo was Zunde Di Shao le Zhui Sheba Shila Zundu Logres, Zundu Shansa Le, Ne Shang Leben Papa Tumen Shansa Le, Goa Chudu Dan, Sentient Dun Shawa, Shayu Cheto, Sentient Dun Shayu Cheto, Sengoba Zhuo, the Sengoba Zhuo, Zhonghao Gila Zhuo, Shiji Maluba Dan, Te Lhambi, Gusonji Le Yuala Chetos, Gusonji Le Jile Ngagale, what the Solos, Yuala Cheto.
Okay, so then that quote engaging in the Bodhisattva deeds says, what is joyous perseverance? It is delight in virtue. The Bodhisattva levels explains it as a flawless state of mind that is enthusiastic about accumulating virtue and working for the welfare of living beings. Together with the physical, verbal, and mental activity, such a state of mind motivates. So that's from Shansa Tome, Papa Tome, from Asanga's Bodhisattva levels. Diksung.
ane zundu jungu zundu la jubi tao de marba niba zundu la jubi tao niba zundu zambi phen dang zundu la jubi tao de garu na zundu phen sang ures zundu ma zambi nyemi o de samba ina an zundu la juba de ures zundu zambi phen dang ma zambi nyemi ma do samba de la kuna zundu jeba gyorosa zundu zambi phen da ma zambi nyemi tu ya ba shedu na an zundu de ya ba yung res zundu jeba gyoro
Decent.
Yeah, what did you
know? So how now we first was what is joyous perseverance? We've completed that category. That is basically the nature of it. What is the how do you define joyous perseverance? Now we move on to what is the method? How do you practice it? So now B, how to begin the practice of joyous perseverance. Frequently reflect upon the benefits of joyously persevering and the faults of not doing so. For you will develop joyous perseverance if you habituate yourself to this reflection and as to its benefits. So here, this is saying to reflect and meditate upon the benefits of joyous perseverance, reflect on the downfalls of not having joyous perseverance. So this is the point that's being made here, reflecting on the qualities so that then that makes one want to engage.
So
what are the benefits? Doyen. Keba sota zundu doji jo kanda sanje shanchu shoujuba tada moni juna tonne ne dadu zundu zangla nebashi dena ngayi tada gushi yin xie dangsa de mondo kare juduma de zundu zang pen xie de gdo za men. That's so.
Yeah. Pennes.
The lung kabar kasam.
Penne ne lasan goles dengan gunda maba sesijin dengan gunda maba se zundu de ba ina dengan gunda maba nga se de gres. Nga son ponto gres, nga son go ka no gres.
Lesa.
Nga son go ka nga son bon shin bon ye je ba sanji gunji ha be zundu ane zundu le sanji sama ha sheda ya bo de ha jo yo res. sanji gunji ha be zundu pa kanyi den da do tenba ji zundu de zundu ga da ga zundu de chu de ji de ga re ina ko de zundu so ro da zundu de me na yong do da.
Lesa.
zundu ye na ne ye de ga zundu la de yong ro da. so na go chu da ye ge chu ga zundu de bres.
Oh, Depo, okay.
So no
Lenchi Shejen Yomari, Depo.
Debus.
Ah, le.
Debus, that devil has a shade Monday Saturday mo ja yoro.
So then we have a quote from the Exhortation to Wholehearted Resolve, which is a sutra, the Adhyasa. I'm not even going to try. It's a sutra, and it says, "Always rely upon noble, joyous perseverance, which clears away all suffering and darkness, which is the basis of freedom from the miserable realms, which is praised by all the Buddhas. One who joyously perseveres has no difficulty accomplishing any project, whether mundane or supermundane. Who among the learned is disheartened by joyous perseverance? Those who set forth for the Buddha's enlightenment perceive faults of lethargy and sleepiness, and then continually persevere with enthusiasm. So have I advised them." So when we go back to the top, it's saying to always rely on joyous perseverance, and then showing why based on the benefits of doing so. So it says, which clears away all suffering and darkness, which is the basis of freedom from the miserable realm. So all suffering is caused by non-virtuous deeds. Miserable realms are caused by non-virtuous deeds. The collection of exalted wisdom and the collection of merit that's necessary to have in order to become a Buddha are caused by joyous perseverance. So joyous perseverance is the cause of these collections. So if we rely on joyous perseverance, then one can engage, because it says delighting in virtue. So if one is doing joyous perseverance, he or she is doing virtue. And virtue leads to happiness. Virtue leads to the higher realms. So if one is engaged in joyous perseverance, then he or she is not engaged in non-virtue. So that's why it says, clears away all suffering and darkness, which is the basis of freedom from the miserable realms. So virtue is the basis of freedom from the miserable realms, because non-virtue is what causes the miserable realms. And it says, and which is praised by all the Buddhas. So that all of the Buddhas concur that this is excellent. This is the excellent pathway to do this, because this is what they have done. So they know it works. I think that's where the explanation stopped. Read and then went one stanza, I believe. Shiloka tambo de dunda lasang. The shiluka sum injike losang. Dene shiluka tambo de dunda lasang. Dene nipa. Okay. The laksam. The dungyal gun. The gatsu the jikden. The gutso. The je shiloka yure. The 1, 2, 3, 4. The jikden de na. The dondagare.
Jikden de na.
Donda.
Zoba jiyo dans. Jikden de na. Zoba jiyo dans. Zoba de yoba yina. Zoba jiyo dans. Jikden de zu kanda jiyo ba.
Lessa.
Jiden debi zoba kanda jiyo ba. Jiden debi zoba.
Lessa.
Jiden bi zoba sana tolam menchiro. Tolam menchiro jiden bare.
Ale.
Jiden bi zoba re.
Lessa.
Tolam malolo tane zoba jiden debi zoba.
Lessa.
Jiden debi zoba sagre.
Lessa.
What things are
Then kepa su the shiloka the tamash kepa su
Keba sota tundu toji jo. Keba sota na tundu toji jogumar joayon mares.
Lessa.
Soshi jo. Toji jo. Kanda sanji shansen
The shiloka sarpa. Detsuka. The shiloka sarpa. Injike shaloka shaloka shaloka.
Okay.
Okay, so now the second stanza says, one who joyously perseveres has no difficulty accomplishing any project, whether mundane or supermundane. Who among the learned is disheartened by joyous perseverance? So here we have mundane is worldly, supermundane is not worldly. So any mundane joyous perseverance would necessarily be from the path, below the path of seeing. So one becomes super mundane past the path of seeing, so then that perseverance becomes super mundane perseverance. Once one is persevering as an Arya, then he or she has out of worldly perseverance. But below the path of seeing, it's ordinary, mundane perseverance, because one isn't an Arya yet. So this is the differentiation, whether mundane or supermundane. So whether the joyous perseverance is being done by an ordinary being or it's being done by an Arya, it produces excellent results. And then it's saying there's no scholars who would be disheartened by joyous perseverance. So anyone who is wise would have no way to be disheartened by this. They would know this. Dene? Gang?
Kanda sanje shanchu shojo bas. Kanda sanje shanchu shojo bas. Tada moni juna tonene tatu zunju zongla nebashi dina ngayi tada guji yins. Ta sanje kanda jo kanda ma kanda kanda sagro kanda Sanji Shanchu Shojuba, Sanji Shanshule, and Nyansu Labayina, Shojuba. Tada Nimu Jun Tonene, and Nida Mubak Jun to Geshe Gojota. Nimu Jun Tonene, Tatu Jundu Tonla Nebashis, Nida Mubak Jun Tone, Tatu Jundu Tongures, Jundu Tonla Nebashi. Then I Goji Sanjing. And then children what the to say was Joyous. Then I the Guji is what the song was
Sanjay, the do, the conjure.
No, what natural to the Joyous. Then I the Guji.
Bless. So then, those who set forth the Buddha's enlightenment perceive the faults of lethargy and sleepiness, then continually persevere with enthusiasm, so I have advised them. So the I here is Buddha. This is Buddha Shakyamuni speaking in the first person, saying that he has advised his practitioners to engage in this joyous perseverance. So it's showing these benefits, and then it's concluding with the Buddha saying, concurring, basically, that the Buddha concurs. This is how he has advised practitioners. That's it. Diksong Rinpoche. Now we have a quote from Mache. Less so.
What the Dodijan Jang Gichu Jinan, Tundu, Gichu Nana, Tundu the Ashuris, Tundu Chu. Dada Tela, Tene, Tejetus, Tela Tene Tejetus, Tundu the Abazama Ina, Tijiso, and Tejang Shanchulos to Togres, Tejeto. Tundu Jene Mela, Dine Chus, Tundu Jene Mela, Tundu Zampi Mela, and Dewa Chures, Dewa never Chu, Dewa Chures. Modu Jiden Detan, Jiden Tu, Modu Jiden Detan, Modu Jiden Modu Dan, Jiden Debi Modu. Tan Jiden Modu to Tolan Mesheke, Modu to Seriwa. Neme Balasuba to Suka, Jidem Modu in Jerota, Jidem Modu. Jiden Debi Modu, Tanetania, Tonagolam Mululan, or to Sukan River to see Jede. Jiden did, Jiden to Tundu Jin, Sishu, debatos, Zundu Jene, Sishu, debato, Sibali Shibukoa, Shibi debatores, Zundu Jene, Tabaranja dance, Zundu Jene Tabaranja, Ne, Tukin, Tabaranja Yongres, Ranja dance, Zundu Jene, Jitu Dele Juice, Zundu Jene, Jitembe, Jitu Dele Juice, Tana Dunga Kaza, Dunga Jiba Moyo, Jiba Zulturnus, Jitu Dele Juice, Zundu Jene Shanchu, Chu Sanjis, Zundu Zangina, Sanji Tours. Sanji the She dance or the Jujana.
Okay. So now we have a quote from the ornament for the Mahayana Sutras. This is written by Lord Maitreya, and it's in the 5 treatises on the levels, or is that what it's called? The 5. Anyway, Lord Maitreya has a collection of 5 texts. I think it's treatises on the levels, but let's look that up. What the name of that is. So Maitreya has the 5 treatises. Oh, that's a Sangha. Yeah, see, I'm glad I looked it up. Maitreyas are called 5 treatises of Maitreya's doctrine. Okay, so it was close. So those are this is among those 5 texts by Lord Maitreya. Joyous perseverance is supreme among virtues. Based on it, you subsequently attain the rest. So if you have perseverance, then you will engage in the virtue and achieve all of the rest of the perfections of ethics and so forth. So if you persevere, you will, just as the translators note, within the definition of perseverance, it says you're delighting in virtue. It says joyous perseverance is among virtues. Based on it, you subsequently attain the rest. So it's implied within it that you're engaging in ethics. So anyway, through it you immediately gain a supreme state of joy, as well as the mundane and super-mundane attainments. So this again is referring to, so if we were to say what is an example of a mundane attainment, this would be a long life. A long life or good health, things like that. And when we look at super-mundane attainments, we would say achieving the path of seeing, achieving the path of meditation. So this is what is referring to being able to, not only will you achieve such things as worldly things such as a long life and good health, you will also achieve super mundane things such as achieving the path of seeing and beyond up to Buddhahood, obviously, because there's no level beyond Buddhahood. With joyous perseverance, you attain the pleasures desired in life, become possessed of utter purity, are liberating, transcending the view of the perishing aggregates, and reach Buddhahood, the supreme attainment. Ale, Jitsu Dawa. Sunju gi ne Jitsu Dawa dena dru. Ale, de donda.
Kaba.
De jipju nishu saje de tama. Zunju gi ne Jitsu Dawa.
Jitsu de le trusa.
De Jitsu Dawa.
Zunju ji ne Jitsu de le trusa.
Jitsu Dawa.
Mei jiba, chui jiba, dunga gen jiba tuzu nga zhund gres. Zundu jen, zundu yabu yaba ina, ane nga su dunga gen jiba, ane mei jiba, chui jiba la suba tuzu nga montu gres, tuzu zhund gres.
Ale.
Zundu jen, jitsu de le tru.
Ale, the NGK true, the Jitsu Dawa, the Tarpa, the Trua. Jitsu Dawa, the Zin Trua. Jisu dawa zimba chua.
Jibal chua 그랬어. 지수 델레트.
Then the jisu dawa yomare.
Jibal chua 그랬어. 시그 말했어.
Okay. So here, where it's the view of the transitory collection, it says are liberated, transcending the view of the perishing aggregates. The word looks like Rinpoche is saying fear. You're free from fear. So I don't know if the view of the perishing aggregates is there. It looks like the similar word shortened. So I can see why it was translated in English as that. But Rinpoche is saying kind of freedom from fear. The jisu dawa yomare. Indicate jisu dawa true. Jisu dawa de zimba.
Jisu jiba shows and a song jiba. And the main jiba chui jiba to Marba.
Okay. So if you were to say what Rinpoche is saying, that word is fear. The jiksu dao is a view of the transitory collection. This jik is supposed to be fear. So this sounds like the same word. I'd need a dictionary to know. I'm going to rely on Rinpoche. He's saying here it's fear. What does one fear? One has fear of suffering. One has fear of the lower realms. One has fear of not being liberated. So here it's saying based on are liberating, transcending all fears, transcending the collection of fears, all of the collection of fears. So it's a broader than just that specific view. That would be a fear. Having this view, one would be afraid of having this incorrect view. So when we look at categories of fear, one of them is of ignorance. Anyway, Dixon.
Shangchu New Tui Shangchu Rangjag Shangchu Seba Chimbi Shangchu Marba. Sunday Jene Shangchu Chu Sanjis and the Shangchu Chu Sanji Go to Res She Dance Sunday Neba Longshu J Pomens Sunday Yabayina and the Ludon Longshu Pomba Yungo Maris Ludon Longshu Pensu Soba Yungo Res Sunday Demba Longshu J Pomens Le don long che pong mares. Jobu yong mares. Pome. Zondu de ba nyomo je pomes. Zondu ba yin na nyomo pong mares. Nyomo khadi cha to res.
Also, one who has joyous perseverance is not brought down by prosperity, afflictions, discouragement, or petty attainments. Zunju denba nyomong gi pome zunju jube sampa
zunju denba ju pomba mes. Zunju yaba ina ane jubu.
Poor, not poor. Okay.
Pomba mes.
Not poor. Zunju demba dobe sampa me. Discouragement. Okay, that's
Zunju yaba yona tuyung shiro yaba yungu res. Zunju demba tubi pomba me. Zunju yaba ina ku tuba momba jegaro ta. Tubi pomba me res.
In the Indicate Junior. Right? Okay, so one who has, I'm just going to need to just change this slightly. One who has joyous perseverance does not have Zunju denba nyomongi palm sena? Palm?
Ta nga so
Pamba?
Ponsana, and as in Zini G Pons, G Pong, G Cuz Logro, Pombas, Pomba. Could John do and your moon pomas, could your moon never do the your more.
Okay, so it's not, one is not harmed by being poor. So it says prosperity here. The word for being poor is in the Tibetan. So one is not harmed by being poor. One is not dropped down by being poor. Or the afflictions. Or discouraged. And will not have, or Tutsampa. The tupe is anjer, the topa, zundru denba tupe palme.
Zundru denba, ne?
The anjer, the tupa.
Tundu Demba.
Ta naro topa to.
Tundu Demba. Tobi Pomba Mess.
Topi.
Tundu Demba. Tobi Pomba Mess. Tundu Yosona. And then Logi then Togre. Tobi then Toyungurota. Tobi Pomba Mem. Yedem Togres. Could Tundu Yezan. Tundu Latin. Ne Yedem Yunguro. Yedem Togoro. Tobi Pomba Mess.
Okay, so. If you have joyous perseverance, your attainments are not harmed. Your attainments aren't harmed. Something like this. So your attainments are unharmed, meaning your scriptural and realizational doctrines. These things aren't harmed if you have perseverance. So you aren't poor. The afflictions don't harm you. You aren't discouraged, and your attainments aren't harmed. Something to this effect. We would clean it up if we were writing it, but that's the meaning of this. That joyous perseverance means you won't be poor. The afflictions won't hurt you. You won't harm you. You won't be discouraged, and your attainments won't be hurt. Something to that effect. Digsung Rinpoche.
Shansa Lejang Gangi Shir Shanju Sembi Gi Chu Te Tara Yang Daba Druba Shayi Ju Zu Na Chu Ne Zundu Kona Yin Jis Shansa Le Tuzong Du Su Da Gangi Shir Shanju Sembi Gi Chu Te Tara Yang Daba Druba Shayi Ju Zu Na Zundu Dang Chu Ne Zundu Kona Yin Ji Yin Tada Ma Yin Nos Gawa Yin Da Ma Res Zundu Zu Res Tada Ma Yin Ba Ti Shir Zundu Ne Lana Ma Ba Yang Da Ba Zubi Shanchu Tuba She Ba Wo She Tijin She Ba Na Ji Tenbe Tenbar De Dos Zundu Ne Lana Ma Ba Yang Da Ba Zubi Shanchu Tuba She Ba Zundu Zamba La Ne Sanji Gu Mo Tu Gu Ro Da Tobra Sheba Oshi, Tijin Sheba, Swanji Su Song Yuares, Tumba Zeto, She Dance, Pashin Duba Le Jang, Su Jume Zundu Chidena, Matu Mandu Naba Kayame, Je Dansa, Pashin Duba Le Jang, Ne Yonsu Jume, Pashin Duba Rwa, Pashin Duba Le Jang, Yonsu Jume Zundu Chidenas, Yonsu Joa Maybe Zundu De, Zundu Chibata Deba Ina, Mundu Kayans, and then you attend Motuba the Munduba Kayama, Yunguris.
Not American Cincy?
She dance. Yeah.
Okay, so just going back to the quote from the ornament, it says Supreme Enlightenment. Rinpoche just said that there are the three types of enlightenment: enlightenment of a hearer, enlightenment of a solitary realizer, and enlightenment of the Bodhisattva, or the Buddha's enlightenment. So I realized that I hadn't read that. So it says the Bodhisattva levels as well says, because joyous perseverance alone, nothing else is the principal and highest cause for the correct attainment of a bodhisattva's virtuous qualities. The Tathagatas have pointed it out. declaring joyous perseverance is what brings about the attainment of unsurpassed perfect enlightenment. The Compendium of Perfections also states, if you are free of fatigue and have great perseverance, there is nothing you cannot attain or accomplish. I was joking when I said, so I can be the president. I was joking. I don't think so. Probably not.
Pashin dibale, yonsu chume, chundu chedena, yonsu chua mebe, chundu chemuta denba ina, mutu mundu naba kaya mes, ne landa drebula suba kare ina, mutu ba yo mares, mundu ba kaya yongure, togure, rugures, chedan. Mimi kunja tela pemba gas, mata mama yimba, dondula suba tasuya, tena wat chundu tila gabi wares. Mata mimi kunja tela pemba gas. Tenzin naba kunja toba jorus. Tengenze bambu yorobata. Chundu yabu yona tengenze toba ngures. Shera jilaba, tengenze jilaba. Tengenze jilaba toba ngures. Toba joro. Nyensen tuna drebu yoba das. Chundu yabu yoba ina nyentan sen dusu chulan ro mares. Dusu te wate chudon tumba yabu yungures. Nyensen tuna drebu yoba das. Nyemutan senmutu lo wate drebu yungures. Chundu zamba chundu drebu yungures. Yunten tsuji mawa. Yunten tsuji mawa jowa mes. Chundu yabu yoba ina yunten mabu yungba, yunten chibu yungures. Yunten tsuji mawa jowa mes. Yunten chibu yungure, yunten chichung yungumares. Jowa me. Mei chulin debi, tuana che, mutu yoba la yin, naba pe, shezon. Mei chulin debi, tuana che, mutu yoba la jin pewas, mei chule debe jiden bi chutene menwa, mei chule jiden chuje, mei chule debe dana je mutu yoba la jin pewas, chundu yoba ina, mei jiden bi chule debe ne yeten tuya pewas, sheso.
That's it. So again, the Compendium of Perfections also states, if you are free of fatigue and have great joyous perseverance, there is nothing you cannot attain or accomplish. All of the levels can be accomplished if you have joyous perseverance. All of the various paths and so forth of accumulation and up, preparation, seeing, meditation, and no more learning, all of these can be achieved. And it says, and also, even all non-human beings delight in helping you. So not only human beings, but non-humans, God, spirits, so forth, will aid you. You attain all types of meditative concentrations through joyous effort and spend all periods of day and night fruitfully. So there isn't a point. So it's not making an exclusion for any moment of the day. It's saying day and night you're practicing. So there isn't any stopping. So it says, and spend all periods of day and night fruitfully. Your collection of good qualities does not decline, and your purposes, surpassing the affairs of humankind, flourish like the blue Utpali flower. So we've gone through now all the benefits of having joyous perseverance. Now we go through the faults.
Yeah. Ludu jatu shuba le, ludu teyan du yinjire. Lelu jen la shanchu shin tu rin shin, naba rins. Lelu jen tele, sanji ki shanchu tanya, teme ki shanchu ten tuba tari machani gres. Naba ringo. Lelu jen na la, jimba meba ne, shiraji padu medos. Lelu jela tene shindu tu zo de nyala je tu mares ko lelu yo ton jimba tan tu mare jimba tudin zo ba tundu shero santen wo tu sunga lelu jen na la jimba meba ne shiroji ba medos shinru du nyala che tu mares medo lelu jen la ne jenji tu medos lelu jen de la lelu yoba ina jen tu che tu mares tu medo she dans temba nya le jan nyamo na ji ji ba ne lelu te kan la yu kan la lelu ji yu ba de la chu gun me ba yin she son ba tar zun du me na lelu on du son ne ka chu gun ji pong ban ju ne go dan ta tu ki ji bi yu zun ta ji le nya ba jo ros wo de zun du ma za bi nie mi de do nie yeah.
As to the faults of not joyously persevering, the questions of the Sagaramati Sutra states, the enlightenment of the lazy is exceedingly far off and distant. The lazy lack all perfections from generosity to wisdom. The lazy do not work for others' welfare. And the mindfulness of excellent teaching states as well, whoever has laziness, the single basis of the afflictions, whoever feels some laziness, lacks all good qualities. Thus, if you lack joyous perseverance, you come under the influence of laziness and become poor in all good qualities. So you lose every temporary and ultimate purpose of being human. Dixon.
Ta zundu ji yewa la ni, zundu ji yewa la, zundu la ina kazi yewa la ni yewa res. Rayi ngon dang, zundu jebi tau zos, zundu yewa ngon dang, zundu jebi tau zo. Dambu zundu ki yewa la song res, kochayi zundu, gawa chudu zundu, tene sentient zundu song zare luwa. Ne kochayi zundu, gawa chudu zundu, sentient zundu song mons, zundu so. Dambu gawa chudu zundu ne, shansen na zundu zomba na, yun haru ne, senji zhuwa gondo rui, sambi kuchanda tabo, chamba shete, dana keba chenpo tong tang, yun nyambi, nyeja sabi, keba chenpo, changmeba, sung keba chenpo, keba changme sung meba shiwa cha bom ju ji, senjen ji ki dunga, seyu shedo, senjen nyewa kuna, ne, sanji tuba jo na nyabe, zhuwa shede, dujang ki shedo, zundu sheba la, zundu la, shoba matuna, jujun tele, tonga tang, dunga che nyong yu, ta jimhe ba, te taba na kochayi zundu sos, kochayi zundu watan jil ja wuri sa isare, kochayi zundu tang, gawa chudu zundu tang, senjen zundu sos, kochayi zundu na, senjen na zundu zomba na, yun haru ne, zundu ma song gondo, gong ne, senji zhuwa ngodo rui, sambi kushate, zundu ma song gondo wate, zundu kushate gogo, kucha, da tabu chunba shede, kushate karare sena, dana keba cheba tong tang, tong nyambi, nyeja sabi, keba chenpo, changmeba song shiwa, cha bonju ji, senjen ji ki dunga seyu shedos, senjen nyewa, kuna ne, shangshu senpa tuba njonang, zhuwa de dujang ki shedo, zunba she na, zundu la, shoba matona, juji yu tele, tonga tang, dunga che chong yu, ta je men nyangba, te taba no kochayi zundu wad, tani jiri sigresi da kuchay tundu.
Kabar.
Yeah.
The Tama Kabar Kasam Rinpoche.
Kama wadaba
Gang.
tundu so wadaba.
The last gare Jikten Kabires Kabar Ka.
Tu tele tungwa da ngay che chungwa ta jime nyaba tetabe kuchay tundu so wadaba da ngay jabayin tani kaleji na wadda ulman rugu.
Okay, so now we have the divisions of joyous perseverance. The section on the divisions of joyous perseverance has two parts: the actual divisions and the method of developing joyous perseverance. So the actual divisions are armor-like joyous perseverance of gathering virtue, and joyous perseverance of acting for living beings. So we begin with armor-like joyous perseverance. When bodhisattvas joyously persevere, prior to actively engaging themselves, they put on the armor of a preliminary enthusiastic thought, such as, for 1 trillion sets of 3 immeasurably great eons, each composed of days as long as 1,000 great eons, I shall not relinquish my practice of joyous perseverance for the sake of relieving the suffering of a single being. I would rejoice at remaining only as a hell being until I attain Buddhahood for the sake of a living being. As I exert myself in this manner for the sake of complete enlightenment, what need is there to mention my perseverance over a shorter period or in the face of less suffering? Such is the joyous perseverance that is like an armor. I believe that's where, let me just double check this. Hey. 420. I see what's happening here. My page turned. Okay, 420. Okay, ngay tsampa dikson gutso na dene ngay da.
Ta shansan kam tundu tendawa maba zangdang deba tundu maba zangdang deba zang jeba de tenba yin de sa shanchu senpa tetabe tundu zangbe gawa de tenba yin de lana mebe shanchu shedo tundu zangba bado meba bado mebi ju deba shena tundu tena tenba tachi mus ne lana mebe shanchu shedo sanji gumu tubi shedo tundu zangba yina tundu zangba bado meba mebi ju deba shena jul deba yina deba shena tundu tena tenba tachi mus tundu tena tenba da kecha yue maride tela ne shanchu dang Jenji shedo le kanla yang san shungbi kaji gubi shagawa jiyang meba shangsa le song de sa jundu yoba yina o de kali kaji yoba yina langkumba le kali yo mares tela shangchu dang jenji shedo san kanla yang san shungbi jundu diabu yoba yina o tenga tu mare nyabe san shungwa yung mares kaji gubi shaka jiyang meba shangsa le song dos shangsa le song de dendai samba la komba shenas jundu ki samba telu komba shena teba chenbi riji neba se ngebe jundu zhangwa sha os dendai samba la komba shen jundu lu komba sheba ina teba chenbi riji neba teba chenbi rise was re tejeng rise was tejeng rise ba peji mashi den tezu yong shaba hije chenbi jul jong du tejeng rise funga de
Ninji Chenpo
mashi den tezu yong shaba hije chenbi jul jong du tejeng du rise ba yin funga de
okay. So Such is the joyous perseverance that is like armor. A bodhisattva who produces even an aspiration for, or just faith in such joyous perseverance is steadfast. How much more so one who is endowed with this perseverance, given that he or she develops measureless causes for joyously persevering for the sake of unsurpassed enlightenment. The Bodhisattva level says that for such a person, this is a Sangha's Shansa, that says that for such a person there is absolutely no action for the sake of others and for enlightenment that isn't discouraging or entails hardship. When you become conditioned to such a state of mind, it becomes the definite cause of awakening your potential for the Mahayana lineage, so train in it. So this awakening of potential happens when we look at the 7-point cause and effect for achieving the mind that aspires to enlightenment. We see recognizing all sentient beings are our mothers, remembering their kindness, wishing to repay their kindness, love through the force of attraction, great compassion. When that great compassion stirs, that's when one is awakening the potential of the Mahayana lineage, when the stage of great compassion occurs that then is followed by extraordinary attitude and then bodhicitta. So it says, that's it. Dixon.
Shansa sonde, shansa le sonde, ndenda yu, samba gomba shena, tundulu gomba shewa ina, teba chenpe riju nyoba seba, nyoba sengen yinbe, tejeng ri sengen des, gyundru yu, jamba shawo se, wata tundulu jangu res, jamba shawo. Pashin duba le jang, ngashir kuyu tadang, nyatang kuyu tadang, hata shemi kuyu tadang, nyatang do, ne, jacheshin, jache rinyu, nidang, jachewata rinyu, nidang, chenchula, nidang chengu tuso, tanda sabas, tundu gawa sabas. Lojuro durin lojuro durin lodan dawa keba la subi durin yu keba jasu chuti tanyen je keba jasu chuti tanyen je shanshu chuki senshi chenju las keba jasu chuti tanyen chui tiba tena saba in jasu chayung urota tanyen je shanshu chuki senshi chenju na je senshi tanji kutu sanju kumu tuba shawo senshi je gures chenju la tendi nabi tsujin ririshin tendi nabi sonang tsu na ishi tsujin ririshin rugu chujang niji chuwa mes sonang tsu na ishi rugu chujang niji sen chuwa yungu ma kangen yungu ma res shanchu tamba jelu meban joro shanchu gung tuba la jelu gu ma res lelu yungu ma res kochi rangi dunga sen tangshin kuwa lu kuyu tse dunga sen tangshin kocha tenpa bayi tachi na toujours pawu nyeji nga chen la yangda lamba tambu yinba ju che somba kocha yu sundu sos kocha yu sundu wadani chi sagri sara
Sunjutsu. Okay. Sunjutsu. Nipa. Okay. All right. Now we have a quote from the concerning armor-like joyous perseverance. The Compendium of Perfections says, "In as many eons as there are drops of water in the ocean, eons in which the years are composed of long, drawn-out days and nights equal in duration, even the temporal limits of cyclic existence, you should produce the spirit of enlightenment once. Though you likewise have to accomplish every other collection, You do not become disheartened because of your compassion, and undiscouraged, you achieve sublime enlightenment. To generate this immeasurably steadfast armor while disregarding your suffering and cyclic existence is declared the first proper undertaking for the disciplined hero possessed of great compassion. Let me just see. Hero possessed of great compassion. Furthermore, even if it took you 100,000 years to produce the spirit of enlightenment once, to see one Buddha, the spirit of enlightenment once, and to see one Buddha, where each year is composed of 12 months, 1 month of 30 days, and each day as long as the time from beginningless cyclic existence to the present. And even if it took you this length of time multiplied by the number of grains of sand in the Ganges River to know the mind and behavior of one living being, you similarly must come to know the minds and behavior of all living beings. The teachings of Akasaya Mata, Sutra says, Aksaya Matasti Sutra says the armor of being undaunted is the inexhaustible armor. It is like armor like joyous perseverance of the highest caliber. Dorna, okay, Dixon, Loson.
Yeah.
Dorna.
La.
De Lomason.
Kaba. Dorna Rwa.
Yeah, Dorna.
Dorna Tendai Samba the Jet. Kosha Jundu Samba the Jet Nuna. Two type de la do this. Jundu Diaboyina, so not I hear to Lelabajin do this. De la to do sing. Deba part of my when you did the city part of my bar. Dala Shimadubi, Juchu to Chushinsa, Jundu Diaboyina. Dona, somebody. Genuine to two type de la to Lucy, Deba Nemo, but she deba bottom of Mandala, Shimadubi, Juchu to Jushin, Yuncheta Rinwan La, Gawa Tetan to Nudo, Tanjalas, Sajikum, Jubutuba Yungres, Sajil Gile, Sajikum Tubas to Saint Zero. Sajila. Sheba Tayeba Dan, Ju Chi Ringwa Sula, Tua Jiang Meba, Tua Jiang Meba, Ju Tung Changjawa Debane, Sanji La Chi Ringwa, Jua Yintesa. Tande what the Sheba Tayeba, the Ju Chi Ringwa Sula, Tua Jiang Mebas. Kalija Meba, Truaja Meba, Ju Tongue Sanjawan Debane, what the Sanjik to a Tarim Chanaris, Rinwan Jua Yinte, Jesse Naji, Hintu Mentu, Shua Chibala, Gesu Jushuros, what the General Mazamba to intelligence, Shanju Sambi Shiba Zubala, Gay Chanaris, Gesu Juro. Tetabi Koshachune, Zobi Koshachune, Zoba Gumbola, Zobi Koshachun Sogorwa, June, Kangi Tonto, Tundu Tomba Nile, Kangi Tundu Tomba Nile, Gawachudu Tundus, Tundu Tomba Nigan, Gawachudu Tundu, what the no Kaleju no mana.
Then they Kangalo, Gangi Sinangatsu Dutsutsa, then they Gawachudu Tundu ne. Ne Shindu Yantaba, Druba Shibi Shaishir, Tedala Joa Wosa. Sentient Shibi Tundu ne, Sentient Shawa Jujila, Cheta Riba Ju, Tundu Sauce,
Decent.
What about the Marva?
Decent.
Now go out to Tundu ne Shindu La Yantaba, Drubi Shir. Tedala Joa Gawachudu.
Yabudu.
Sentient Sheba, Tundu, Sentient Shawa Juji Kazan, Nandu Lajan, what I should tell Lhasa with the computer near. Juji La Jeta Joa, Ju Tundu Sauce,
Decent.
Jeta Ju Tundu Sauce, yeah.
Lining a low.
Yeah.
Okay. So then it says, in short, if you can generate a single attitude such as this, you can easily complete limitless accumulations and purify measureless obscurations. So here it says easily complete limitless accumulations. So here again, we have the two collections that are necessary to become a Buddha, and accumulations within those collections that are necessary in order to complete them. So the collection of exalted wisdom and the collection of merit are necessary to complete. So it helped, the joyous perseverance allows us to complete those collections. And it says, and purify measureless obscurations. So we have many, many obstacles, but if we were to divide them into two, we would say the afflictive obstructions and the obstructions to omniscience. So these two are the main things that need to be purified. Those are the obstacles between Buddha and non-Buddha. A non-Buddha has these, a Buddha does not. This becomes the most excellent cause for never turning back. By just being joyful, no matter how long it takes, you quickly become a Buddha. Those who want to become a Buddha in a short time, but take no joy at all in the limitless deeds and great length of time required, take a very long time to reach Buddhahood, because they thereby fail to produce the wonderful courage of the conqueror's children. After you have put on such armor, you joyously persevere for two purposes. So it's saying that you engage in this practice of joyous perseverance for two reasons. One is to gather virtue, and the other is to act for the welfare of living beings. These are the two reasons that you put on the armor of joyous perseverance, and this shows you the excellent qualities of joyous perseverance and what will come about it. The complete collections will come about, collection of exalted wisdom, the collection of merit, and then the obstructions will be eliminated, the afflictive obstructions and the obstructions to omniscience. Dixon.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll conclude class. Thank you, everyone. And we'll do the concluding mandala offering and dedication prayer. And thank you again, everybody, for making it possible for this class to happen once again. Concluding mandala offering, dedication prayer. Fundamental ground is scented with incense and strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the four continents, the sun, and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha land and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure realm. I dedicate whatever virtues I have collected for the benefit of the teachings and of all sentient beings, and in particular for the essential teachings of Venerable Losang Drapa to shine forever. I send forth this jeweled mandala to you, precious Guru. I dedicate all this virtue to emulate the knowledge of the hero Manjushri and likewise Samantabhadra as well. With whatever dedication is praised as supreme by all the conquerors to traverse the 3 times, I also dedicate all my roots of virtue for the sake of auspicious deeds. In that pure land, surrounded by snowy mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness. All-powerful Avalokiteshvara Tenzin Gyatso, may you stay until samsara's end. I pray for the long life of the precious Khensur Wanda, upholder of scriptural and realizational doctrines, spiritual friend who trained extensively in the 5 great philosophical texts with exceptional wisdom and perseverance. Tu Rinpoche Gutsi Shapi Denanan, Atsu Lamrim Shemokanga Chenanan.